Well, good morning, barely. It's still morning here in Michigan, 11:43, but I wanted to welcome you to Rooted and Relevant. I know last week was absolutely crazy. I was out of town for a couple of days and then very full in a garage sale, moving sale, estate sale, whatever you want to call it, to get all of my parents' stuff sold and make sure that we got it in its right place, either sold to somebody, given to somebody, thrown out, or donated to the thrift store. And we got it all done. And but from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night was very full in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but we're thankful for God's grace and the absolute beautiful weather that God gave us and continues to give us. This is absolutely incredible. I almost uh, cringe to say this because I don't want it to change, but this is like perfect weather. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's not any humidity. It's 75 degrees and it is absolutely amazing. And so that's been a little bit crazy the last week, but I wanted to make sure that we got rooted and relevant in. We're looking at Ecclesiastes chapter 6, and I've entitled this "Learning to be Thankful for What You Have." The beginning of this chapter reminds us of the emptiness of chasing after desires, chasing after dreams, chasing after possessions, chasing after wealth, even chasing after long life. People today try to do everything they can to stay alive. I think we should be good stewards of our body. I think we should be good stewards of life. I think we should seek to take care of ourselves, to be careful, to be wise. All of that, whether it's eating, driving, working, we really shouldn't be careless in any area of life. But at the same time, it's not about trying to stay alive. It's not trying to be healthy just to be healthy. It's not just trying to be comfortable just for the sake of being comfortable, or to have luxuries to be able to say that we have luxuries. Chasing after desires or dreams can end up very empty. And the reason is because it can never be satisfied. To chase after stuff, you can never have enough. And I think what Ecclesiastes 6 is really going to remind us is look and see what God has graciously provided and be thankful for that. I remember somebody who lost a spouse and after so many years. And I remember them saying to me, I'm not going to blame God for the years that I'm not going to have them. I'm going to choose to be thankful for the years God gave me with them. And to me, that's just about perspective. And I think that living life, we ought not be looking at all the stuff that we wish we had or the stuff that we're trying to figure out a way to get, and just to look and see what God has done and be thankful. Learning to be thankful with what we have, not looking at what somebody else has, but just grateful for the blessing of God in our lives. I'm not comparing my children to other people's children. I'm not comparing my wife to other people's wife. I'm not comparing my house to somebody else's house. I'm not comparing my vehicle to somebody else's vehicle. I'm not comparing or competing for anything. I really believe God has taught me to just look at what He has given to me and be thankful. Be thankful for His grace that I have what He has entrusted to me, what He has allowed me to be able to have and to steward for His glory. So Ecclesiastes 6 says, there's an evil which I have seen under the sun and is common among men, a man to whom God has given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eats it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. In other words, this guy who's got wealth, he's got riches, he's got honor, anything his soul wants, he can get it. God says, I have learned that in that situation, if he's not content with what he has, he is never going to be satisfied, and he's going to chase. He's going to complain. Why? Because he doesn't have something else. He doesn't have what someone else has. He doesn't have what else he wants. He's not learned to be content. If a man begat 100 children and lived many years, so that the days of his years may be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that it is an untimely death is better than he. For he cometh in with vanity and departs in darkness, and his name shall be covered in darkness. In other words, somebody who's wanting to live a long life, make a big splash in life, make a name for himself, is going to die, and nobody's going to remember him. And it's going to seem empty to him. Like it would have been better for him to never even been born than to want all of that in life, but never be able to really achieve it. He says, and there's a lot there, and I don't have time to deal with every verse the way that I would like to, but I want to jump down to verse number 9. It says, better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. God says, look and see what you have and be thankful. Just be thankful for what you have, and express gratitude to God, express praise to God, express this appreciation to others. Let them know that you're thankful for what you can see, what you have. Don't be chasing after all of the desires, the things that you don't have or you wish you had. God said, this is vexation of spirit. This is vanity. And so basically, I just want to leave you with this reminder from Ecclesiastes 6. Look around, see what God has so graciously entrusted to you to steward it. The greatest way we can show God that we're thankful is stewarding it biblically, stewarding it with responsibility. Thanking God and thanking others who have contributed and helped to allow us to be able to enjoy life and to embrace life the way that we have, with the things that we have. This is God's grace. This, when properly viewed with gratitude, brings fulfillment and peace and satisfaction and contentment. And that's the way God wants us to live, not always chasing after desires or dreams. May God bless you. I hope you have a great day and a great week. I'll be coming to you from several different places this week. And so I trust that the Lord will give me grace. I may do them a little bit earlier in the morning because I think that may work better. And so you might not get to see it live, but you'll be able to view it at some point. But I hope you have a great day and a great week. I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.